What I think people should know about the UN is that they're given problems that no one else really wants to take on. And I think sometimes they get a bad rap for not being very effective, but the individuals that I've worked with at UNFPA are incredibly passionate. They work harder than anyone else I've ever seen before, and they're trying to address problems that no one else has really found the solutions to. And it does take a lot of work, and they're not always successful, but they're trying incredibly hard, and they do so much for what they're given. Most memorable moment I've had at UNFPA is presenting a data analysis I had done to my program director. So I work in the technical division, and part of the technical division's mandate is to engage men and boys all over the world in women's empowerment issues. And I presented the data analysis to the program director, and they didn't know that there are like 450 programs around the world where UNFPA is engaging men and boys, and they had no idea that there were that many programs. So it was really great to see their reaction and see that kind of come up with this information that they hadn't seen before. So UNFPA, which is its acronym, works on global population issues. So they kind of have two parts of their mandate. One is to run the global census, so kind of figuring out how the world population is changing, how it's growing. This year we announced the 7 billion campaign. It's because the world's population passed 7 billion in October. And the second part of their mandate is looking at maternal health issues, so maternal mortality, child access to healthcare, and just kind of general women's empowerment issues. I've spent so long learning the theory and kind of learning how things ought to work at Oxy, which is great, and it's really given me a great base. But to be here and to learn how to apply it and kind of see where the inefficiencies are and how working in development and human rights in the real world differs from what the theory is in the classroom, it's really kind of given me a broad perspective on development and international relations. And while I've been at Oxy, thanks to the Young Fund, as part of the DWA department, I've actually had the opportunity to go to Bangladesh and do research there. And so it was really interesting. During those experiences, I had the opportunity to see kind of how development is carried out on the ground. While I was in Bangladesh, I was working with ultra-poor women, kind of looking at how they integrate themselves into their communities and how that can be better facilitated to help move them out of poverty faster. And so it was interesting to work on that one end of the development spectrum. Then to come to New York and work at the UN, it's the complete opposite end of the spectrum. You're working at high-level meetings, you're getting to go to Ministerial Week and talk with development experts. I heard that New York City was busy, and there were so many different types of cultures and people here, but it's one thing to hear that, and then to get here and actually experience it, it's absolutely amazing. Come to Oxy at the UN, it's a great, great program. I absolutely love it.